guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be going over my morning skincare routine. Real quick, my skin type is like combination. For a while, like pretty recently, I was feeling like my skin was oily, but that was because my skin wasn't being properly exfoliated and I was using essences, serums, moisturizers, and all of those things instead of properly penetrating into my skin would kind of just sit on top of my skin. I also thought I needed to use a heavy moisturizer because I knew my skin was dehydrated and I didn't want to use anything with alcohol in it, and I always found that like gel moisturizers had a sticky finish that I didn't really like. Also, up until very recently, I was struggling with a ton of breakouts and hyperpigmentation, which is a dark spot that's left after a pimple goes away. But I'm not wearing any foundation right now, you guys. I'm just wearing concealer under my eyes and of course like blush and a little bit of powder under my eyes, but yeah, I'm not wearing much of a base at all. The last thing I want to say before I jump into it is, for a while I was thinking that natural was really the way to go because preservatives and alcohols and things found in non-natural products were harmful. And you know what, that's true. There are a lot of simple alcohols found in commercial skincare items. I definitely would only use natural products if possible. But you know, there are certain things like sunscreen, hyaluronic acid, retinol. There are certain things that your skin just needs that it's not possible to derive from a natural source. The other thing is that a lot of brands that market themselves as natural still have things like fragrance in their products, and that's not okay. If you want to learn more about things that I think you should be avoiding in your skincare, I'm gonna link my things to avoid in your skincare video down below. But let's jump into my morning skincare routine. So the first thing I do is I cleanse. Lately, my skin has been, you know, still combination, but less oily, a little bit more on the dry side, and that's good that all the excess oils are kind of gone and that moisturizers are absorbing into my skin properly. But I find that if I use my cleanser for acne prone skin morning and night, my skin gets too dry and like it just doesn't look as good as when I do this. So I use a cleansing milk, but this is kind of just like a cream cleanser. You can use, you know, any cream cleanser that's free of irritants. Another one that I really like is the Body Shop Aloe Cream Cleanser. I'm probably going to get that one to rotate with this one because this one I bought in Greece, and you can get it online, but of course it's just easier to get things from a store a lot of the time. But this is by the brand Bioselect, and it's called the Soft Cleansing Milk for all skin types. Basically, it's just a creamy cleanser that has really minimal preservatives in there, and the preservatives that are in here are safe. This is one of those brands that's called natural, and it really is because they don't have any added fragrance. That being said, it smells like high mountain tea or the mountains in Greece. Like if you've ever taken a hike in the mountains in Greece, that's what this smells like, and it's not super pleasant, but you know, I'd rather deal with that than deal with artificial fragrance or fragrance period in my skincare. And it only has benzyl alcohol in it, which is safe for the skin. It doesn't have any denatured alcohol. So I like to use a creamy cleanser in the morning because it helps to not dry out my skin while still removing all of like the sweat and dead skin cells that kind of built up overnight. And you know, if you guys have dry skin, you still should be cleansing in the morning. Just use something that's really gentle and creamy so it's not drying you out, because again, your skin does have some sort of buildup overnight. Like you do shed dead skin cells, you do sweat overnight, so it's really important to still cleanse in the morning. I'm gonna link to where you can get this stuff online. Again, I recommend the Body Shop Aloe Cream Cleanser, and there are tons of cream cleansers on the market. Just make sure they're free of irritants. If you use something that's more of like a balm texture, that can actually leave a film on your skin that prevents serums and stuff from properly penetrating into the skin. So again, I prefer like a milk or a cream consistency. The next thing I do is I use a toner, and this is the Paula's Choice Skin Balancing Pore Reducing Toner for normal, oily, and combination skin. I was using a moisturizer from this brand and it was good. It wasn't breaking me out, but my pores were still really huge, and that's something I over the past few years hadn't been able to get under control, my pore size. This I cannot rave about enough. It's got sodium hyaluronate in there, which is the salt form of hyaluronic acid, and that's really good for your skin. Sodium hyaluronate and hyaluronic acid bind to water molecules in your skin, which keeps you hydrated, keeps your skin plump. And that's something that's naturally found in your skin anyway, so it's good to put it back into your skin. It also has glycerin, chamomile, and jojoba esters, so it's really soothing and hydrating while it's pore reducing, which is awesome because I never want to dehydrate my skin when it comes to treating my pores and my acne, so I really like that this kind of does both for me. And I actually apply this with my fingers. I don't apply it with a cotton pad. I just use cotton pads at night with my toner because I want to make sure I'm removing excess makeup. So something that's missing in my routine is a vitamin C serum. Partially because it's been hard for me to find vitamin C products that are effective and fragrance-free and like within my price range. So basically, I have this trial size of the Paula's Choice Resist C15 Super Booster, and I tend to mix this in with my toner. At night, I mix this in with my moisturizer, but I don't want to mix it in with my daytime moisturizer because I don't want to dilute the SPF. So usually I mix like the vitamin C booster, which like, you know, you can, this is meant so you can add a drop to your serum, but I don't use a serum during the day, so I mix it in with my toner, and I make sure I'm applying my toner in more of like a leave-on fashion rather than just kind of wiping my face with it. But yeah, I basically mix this and or some natural tea tree oil into my toner. So I put a little bit of toner in the palm of my hand and then put 1 drop of this and or 1 to 2 drops of this. The more my skin gets exfoliated, the more sensitive it is to pure tea tree oil, which is good. I feel like the fact that my skin is getting more sensitive means that you know, it's not as thick anymore, because when your skin is repeatedly exposed to sun and there's nothing sloughing off dead skin cells, your skin thickens and things don't penetrate them as effectively, and in turn your skin is less sensitive. But it's not that I like that burning sensation, it's that I like that my skin is new and fresh and not as thick from sun damage and lack of exfoliation. So it's like a good symptom, if you will. So I don't use the tea tree every morning, but if I feel like my skin is a little bit breakout-y, I do. So the next thing I do is apply a leave-on exfoliant, and I think that this step has made a huge difference for me. I mean, I still have some white bumps, but not nearly as many as before. And like I have mentioned before that I like have a habit of picking my skin, which I've gotten like so much more under control since I started the skincare routine, because like skin picking is really triggered by breakouts a lot of the time. But anyway, I tried to squeeze some of my little white bumps and barely anything came out, because I finally am getting my skin clean and sloughing off dead skin properly. So there's like just so much less buildup in my skin, and I really owe that in large part to the Paula's Choice Skin Perfecting 2% BHA liquid. This is a trial size. They do have a lot of promotions where you can get free trial sizes and stuff like that, and I'm so glad that I was able to try this, and I'm definitely gonna order the full size like as soon as I feel like I'm running out of this. And I apply this, I put it in my palm and just press it into my skin. You don't want to rub products into your palms too much, because that heats them up and oxidizes them, and that also causes your hands to absorb most of the product. But anyway, exfoliating, there's 2 kinds of exfoliation. physical and chemical. And I know the word chemical kind of has a bad rap, even though like water is a chemical. This is a leave-on chemical exfoliant, and I like chemical exfoliants better because, believe it or not, they're actually more gentle. A lot of scrubs can actually cause tearing on your skin, like the St. Ives apricot scrub. That has a ground up nutshell powder in there, and you know, when you grind up nutshells, they're not gonna be perfectly round or have a regular shape to them. So that's just super abrasive on the skin, and it can cause, even if you're not seeing it, it can cause tearing. So BHA stands for beta hydroxy acid, and that basically is the scientific name for salicylic acid, which also kind of has a bad rap. And for a while I was thinking like, no, salicylic acid, your skin just gets addicted to it or whatever, and it dries out your skin. And it can dry out your skin. If you have very dry skin and you're not acne prone, I don't recommend this. I recommend going with an AHA or a glycolic acid. If your skin is more dry, it's still important to exfoliate because, as most people with dry skin know, you're still gonna get dead skin. And there are exfoliants that are more appropriate for your skin type, and that's usually found, it's called AHA, and there are many types of AHA or alpha hydroxy acid, and the most like commonly approved one is glycolic acid. So glycolic acid will help to exfoliate your skin, but it only exfoliates the surface, whereas BHA or salicylic acid is oil soluble and gets a little bit deeper. So this actually penetrates the pore lining, and that's why it's really good for enlarged pores and acne prone skin. The texture of your exfoliant also matters. You know, this is a liquid. I have acne prone skin, so I feel like sometimes gels and creams are too much. Like I don't want to be layering a moisturizer on top of a gel or a cream, which is another reason I don't use a serum during the day. But anyway, let's say you're super dry with acne prone skin, you can try rotating a glycolic with a salicylic. You can also get something like a gel salicylic. For example, this is the Paula's Choice Resist Triple Action Dark Spot Eraser, 2% BHA gel. I mean, this one's geared more towards dark spots, but you get what I mean. It's a gel instead of a liquid, so it's gonna be less drying. So you have a ton of options with leave-on exfoliants, but I definitely think a leave-on exfoliant is a must for everybody, especially if you have sensitive skin and scrubbing irritates you. But that being said, scrubbing is never going to do what a leave-on exfoliant does, because scrubbing doesn't actually get into the pore and like dissolve oil from deep in the pore. And then my last thing is my daytime moisturizer, and to me, it's not a daytime moisturizer if it does not contain an SPF, unless your makeup contains SPF and you do full coverage foundation, that's fine. I'm not trying to do full coverage foundation as much these days, plus most of my favorite foundations don't contain SPF, so this step is important to me. This is the CeraVe AM Facial Moisturizing Lotion, Broad Spectrum SPF 30 for normal to dry skin. I would say this is great for combination skin as well. Oily skin, maybe not. You would have to try it. The good thing about this for oily skin is that it contains niacinamide, and niacinamide is great for refining your pores. It has a whole other list of benefits to it. I will link some articles on niacinamide down below if you're interested, but it's a great ingredient for the skin. It also has hyaluronic acid, which when I was talking about my toner, I mentioned that hyaluronic acid binds to water molecules, which is great for your skin's water retention and for plumping the skin. So this, I swear, as soon as I started using it, I mean, my pores looked so much smaller. My skin tone started evening out a little bit. I mean, I really owe my skin tone evening out to mainly exfoliating and using some vitamin C. And then I use something with a little bit of retinol at night, which I'll get to in my next video. But anyway, this is an excellent moisturizer. It's worth a try for everyone unless you're like super, super oily, but I'm super acne prone and it has not broken me out. It has refined my pores and kind of kept me feeling hydrated and plumped, as I mentioned before. And then I just follow up directly with my makeup. I don't tend to use primers because I don't really like that slippery feeling. So that's it for my daytime routine, you guys. I'm planning on doing lots more skincare videos, but I hope this one was really helpful. I would recommend this, this exact routine. I don't know if it's gonna work for you. It's been working incredibly well for me in the mornings, but everybody's skin is different. But hopefully I gave you enough details about each item in my skincare routine that you could decide whether it's something worth adding in your routine. My nighttime routine does look a little bit different, but that's definitely going to be my next video, so look out for that. If it's uploaded by the time you're watching it, I will have linked it down below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you've tried any of these products or if there's something you really think I should try. Please leave me a comment. And otherwise, please don't forget to subscribe. I will leave a little button right here so you can do that. I upload every Monday and Thursday. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.